My name is Galen Knowles. I am director, cinematographer, and editor of the documentary Far From Home.
My name is Phil Hessler. I'm the producer of Far From Home, and Far From Home tells the story of a young man named Brol Mweje who emigrated here from Uganda and is now on a quest to become the first snowboarder to ever represent an African country in snowboarding in the Winter Olympics. So he's hoping to compete in the 2018 Games for Uganda.
When the idea for Brolin's story came in front of me, it was immediately clear how powerful and inspirational this could be to other people. And you see a lot of documentaries being told these days with a pessimistic twist and shedding light on the negative aspects in lifestyles around the world. But here was a truly optimistic story that might just be able to inspire other people to get up off the couch and pursue something in their own lives.
I think one of the hardest parts of making this film was just us coming together and starting this project as essentially a group of friends. Some of us had very little filmmaking experience, but we knew we had a story to tell. We really didn't have any fundraising experience, but we just went for it. And through that process of making so many mistakes, you learn so much, and there's really no substitute for experience. But you know, a lot of the times relationships were definitely tested. Brolin felt immense pressure, and we'll continue to feel that up to the Olympics and beyond, I'm sure. But it's really incredible what can be accomplished when a group of people come together with one single goal and can kind of put egos aside and just work to accomplish one mission.
We went to Uganda for our first time in May 2013, and it was Brolin's first time going back home in 10 years. And he hadn't seen his father, he hadn't talked to his father. They left on uneven ground when he was 11 or 12 years old, and for him to come back and see him for the first time goes beyond whatever kind of emotions, whatever kind of words there are to describe that emotion. And it was our first time in Uganda, so to be experiencing those smells and that sound and the people, it's like walking on a different planet for the first time. But then to hold up the camera and to see Brolin and his father interact for the first time in a decade was one of those moments that we thought so long and hard about before actually shooting it. But then when it came to the moment, it was almost an out-of-body experience of being there, being in the moment, and watching somebody's life change right before your eyes.
The opportunities we had to meet with different people on the Olympic Committee to talk about, you know, Uganda applying, have its own ski federation so Brolin can officially ride under the Ugandan flag. To capture those interactions was something I'll remember forever. To explaining what snowboarding is to the Minister of Sport in Uganda was something I'll never forget, because it was so funny to see his reaction and trying to figure out what snowboarding is, and that's one of my favorite parts in the film. So just, you know, having those opportunities and then just having, you know, 2, sometimes 3 cameras rolling to capture it was incredible.